need. Wow, somebody really has to go poop or something. Keep running in like freaking nobody's business. Yeah. Hold on, we're gonna make this a little bit lighter. We got way too much stuff in here. I don't need that. I don't know where that went. This will be fine until then. We'll be fine until then. Use that one instead of that one. Oh, that's in the other one. Oh, I don't need that either. God dang, I got a lot of stuff in here. Run by the store, get more of that stuff. Yeah. Okay. Grab this, put it away. People are really wondering what is. Oh, geez, we didn't get out of here fast enough. Get out of here fast enough. Gosh dang. Like everybody and their dog is showing up now. All of a sudden. There hasn't been zero traffic here, and now all of a sudden. Oh, of course, 8:30. Of course. Of course. It's all old ladies. And they all like rush. They like get here and then they like rush to be the first one out there, even though I'm gonna pass them. Huh. Even though I'm gonna pass them. All right, bud. See how well this goes. This might be really slow. Hold on. No, don't pull. Gosh dang her. Okay. Yeah, it's like all these. Well, it's not actually this group, the 8:30 group, isn't the old ladies. It's the middle-aged ladies. You know, they just got done dropping their kids off at whatever summer camp and all that. So now they're all hitting the trails. Okay, let's go up here. See how well this works out. The leg doesn't feel too bad, but it's definitely hurting more. I think because it's here, we're just gonna do this. It'll be fine. Sorry, I'm trying to put everything away so the camera work is quite shoddy right now. Okay. Ooh, it is bright out here too. Change camera views. Kabam. There we go. I'm still leaking a little bit of plasma, but it is definitely not near as bad as yesterday, for sure. But I don't know how much running we're gonna do. We're gonna do Nessa's route. It's like 4 miles, right around there, I want to say. We go straight up the mountain. This is the steepest. Well, actually, this isn't the shortest route. The shortest route is Power Line, but we hook into Power Line, and this is actually, I don't know if Power Line's shorter. This is what don't make sense. This is steeper than Power Line. So how does it? This would have to be shorter than Power Line, because it connects into Power Line about halfway up. Ooh, I haven't done this route for a long time. I can feel it in my leggies already. Whew. I figured, not knowing how I'm going to be able to run, I might as well do this route, because the first however much of it is I can't run anyways because it's so steep. So what does it matter? Whew. Whoa. That was a big old wasp or hornet or something trying to get me. Oh, legs are burning. The thing is the big mountains I've been doing lately. This is what the big mountains have been. This steep, although they've been bouldery, you're like scrambling up the boulders, but I'm also usually 9-10 miles into the run when we start the big climb too. So my legs are warmed up. But I've also, gosh dang, those have been twice the elevation I'm at right now. I'm at like 4,700 or so, 4,800 feet. Like I think the top of this mountain is like 56 or something. Oh, so it's not like super high. I've been starting out base elevations of at the trailheads of these mountains at over 9,000 feet, and then the base of the mountain, the climb has been around 11,000 feet. Whew. I mean, the shortest mountain I've done in the last month has been probably Nipple Mountain. down, kind of down by, was it Great Sand Dunes National Park? In that area. And it was at like 12.8 or something like that. Cloud Peak, the one that I injured myself on when I crashed and burned on the boulders and sliced my leg wide open. That one was at 13.2, I think. And the mountain before that was Kings Mountain in Utah, which was at like 13. What is that one? Like 13.7 or something like that. It's the highest point in Utah. I just don't remember. With 13 something. But like down in Utah, I was doing freaking all the mountains I climbed other than Nibble Mountain were over 14. So now I did other runs where I didn't climb mountains, so I was just running, and those runs only got up to like 12.5 or 12.8, somewhere around there. Whew. But that wasn't climbing mountains, that was just up running. I mean, I was still climbing up into passes and stuff. I wasn't actually climbing a peak, I guess. I wasn't summiting a peak. Let's put it that way. I think what we're gonna do, I was gonna run down to Bozeman, but I think what I'm gonna do is grab that stuff on next Thursday. So I talked to my mom's friend. She's okay with watching the little butthead up here. I'm gonna drop her off. This is all next week. I'm gonna drop her off on Wednesday night. And then I don't have to be down to the place I'm going to until I want to say like late afternoon. I have to look at the deets. I'm pretty sure it's late afternoon, so I can get a good run in that morning. So I'm thinking probably either do the ridge run or something else. I don't know. I could do something in the tobaccos. And then, but since I would be getting so close anyways, like within 30 miles of Bozeman, I'm just going to pick up all my stuff from the mailbox there. I looked at everything I had coming in. There was nothing I need. So, not a big deal. I mean, really, all the stuff I have coming in, I don't need any of it until second week of September. I mean, I don't want to just sit there in the mail room, so I'll go get it. But so I could do it either that Thursday morning or even do it afterwards. At some point, it doesn't really matter. Oh, whoo! 400 intervals a day. You're tired. Cool breeze made it easier. Yeah. And the 10 cookies last night. Yeah, 10 cookies do not make my workouts any better. I love my cookies and any sort of dessert, really. Pastries of any sort. But I feel so crappy afterwards. And I think it really has to do with, because I love sugar so much, that I think I'm like pre-diabetic, probably. So I have to be careful. Like my triglycerides will skyrocket, and I definitely don't need to get, what is it, insulin, what's the word? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's like where you can't, insulin doesn't really do much for you anymore. Whew. So I think that's why I don't do so well, because I love my sweets. So I pretty much limit, well, I try to anyways, limit like my sugar content. He's on Ozempic trying to manage that since he's obese. Yeah. Well, and it's funny, like all these studies show how you can reverse like being diabetic just by losing weight. They have all these drugs to help manage it, but then it's like if you just live healthier, eat healthier, and lose some weight, you actually can reverse the effects of diabetes. But I try to limit my sugar stuff to when I'm actually running. Like I'll have, I have a big bag of freaking Nerd gummy clusters, but I only eat those when I'm out on a long trail run. Stuff like that. So I've been on a huge salad kick here lately. It's been, a salad I think has been hungry. I don't know where my dog is, and I see a deer up here. Well, like 3 of my last 4 meals have been, not counting breakfast, because breakfast I usually either have an English muffin in the morning or a banana, one of the two. Today was a banana. But like 3 of my last 4 meals have been salads. Been on a huge salad kick. They've been, because that's just what I've been craving. And I think it's because the last couple of weeks I haven't had a lot of veggies in my diet, so I've just been craving them. There's my doggo. The deer's up there. My doggo's right here. The power line trail is right up there. A lot of salad. I usually do balsamic vinaigrette. See, I love balsamic vinaigrette, but I can't do it because I have figured out, because I suffer from migraines, and there's 3 things that I've discovered that are pretty consistently trigger my migraines. First being fake sugar, like anything, like any phenylalanine or like stuff like that. Even things like sucralose, any of that kind of stuff I can't do. Like I can do it for a little bit, but it's like then my body builds up a certain amount in my system, and then it like triggers. So it's like it gets to this tipping point and then it triggers. Oh, my dog didn't even notice the deer. Why are you running towards my dog, you weirdo? Hey, go on. Get away. Nari, don't get kicked. Deer, what the heck is your deal? This is not good. Looked like the deer was gonna come after my dog. Could have ran the other way, but is it a mama deer? I bet you it's a mama deer and her babies are up above that I can't see. Well, I'll see if I can scare her off myself. Go on, deer, go. Go. No, you stay there. Nari. Go on. Why is this deer like posting up on us? No, don't you do it. Come on. Go. See if I can get that deer to leave. Go. No, go. Nari, you're not helping. Hey! Freaking deer. It is trying to get my dog. Go on. Go. Nari, you're being very good. You stay here. I'm trying to get this deer out of here. Come on. I don't want to hit it with a rock, but I might have to. Tree keeps blocking me. Nari, stop. Go on. What the heck is up with this deer? Like, I don't see any babies around here anywhere. That's what would make sense, is if they had babies. Clearly, the deer does not like my dog. I just want to get around you. Why won't you let us get around you? Does not like my dog. Come on. I don't want this deer to come after me either. This is weird. I've never had a deer do this before. Usually they run up here. I don't know what this deer's deal is. Like, it was clearly way off to the left, and it came back for my dog, and then when my dog got around it, he came like he chased her, or she. It's a she. It's not a he, it's a she. That's why I figured it was probably a mama with some babies. But I don't see any babies anywhere, unless they're hiding. That's just the weirdest interaction I've ever had. Now it's coming back at us again. The heck? Go on. Nope. Hey. He's coming after us. What the heck? I gotta keep this tree in between us. What the heck, dear? Go on. Go on. Hey. It really does not like us. Well, it's going after my dog. Problem is I have no stick or anything I can pick up either to wave around, because they pretty much cleaned up this whole trail. Go on. Go. Freaking deer. Oh, her baby's down below us. Nari, no. Nari, no. Or, no, because there's another adult. Maybe she has 2 babies. One of them's bigger. So she's clearly protecting her babies, even though I don't know why they're way over there. Hey, go on. Go. Again, all right, come on. We're going this way. See if she'll leave us alone. It's like, you were clearly, or go to your babies. Like, stay away from us. Your babies are way down there. Weirdo. I guess I could have pulled my poles out. It looks like she's gonna leave us alone now. Yeah, now she's running down to her babies. All through both of us, I know. I forgot the fact that I had my trekking poles with me. Could have pulled one of them out. Gosh, dang. I actually had to hit her with a rock to get her to finally move away a little bit. Then she was still just fronting us. Like, worst part is like when we finally got onto this trail, we were way past her babies. It's like, we're trying to leave and you're keeping us from leaving. Like, clearly we're not going after your babies. I don't think it's supposed to be as hot today. But it sure does feel hot. I kind of want to go up to the Bob Marshall because one, there is so many different like trails and routes you can do in a centralized location, where a lot of other places that I can go, it's like you're there for one trail. Sweet girl. Yeah. Good morning. Be careful, there's a mama deer down there that just tried to front us. It has a couple babies, yeah. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, with the pup like that, they don't know any better, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But she moved this way a little ways, so if you just continue down power line, you should be okay. But if you hit no name, she'll be right there on that trail. So.
You didn't see a deer? Huh? Is a deer gonna get you? Huh? Yeah, watch out for those things. Huh? Yeah. All right, have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Weather's been perfect running there. Nice. It's been like, if you can get out early enough, like this morning, it feels warm because of the sun exposure. Temperature wise, it's like 60, mid 60s. So it's not too bad. And every now and then I catch this nice cool breeze. I mean, it pretty much rained off and on all night last night with thunderstorms that came through. So it's a little bit cooler. And I think today, just in general, is supposed to be cooler. Like maybe in the 70s versus what it has been, pushing 90s the last few days. Which is funny because, like, when I got here, it was like freaking 93 or something like that. And it's like one of my friends, I'm like, gosh dang, I'm gonna go back where me and my dog work, because why the heck is it so freaking hot here? Which, I mean, it's normal this time of year. But it was nice. You're right, am I right? Yeah. 60s, 70s, that's nice. A little light rain. A little light rain is actually pretty nice. But it was funny because my friend was saying, like, yeah, it's been like rainy and cold here for the last like few weeks. I'm like, yeah, sure it has been. You're just telling me stuff. And then as soon as I get here, it bumps up into the 90s. Like, come on now. But I have been keeping an eye on the weather, and I do know that is the case. But it's like 90s to even triple digits this time of year. Like late July all through August is pretty normal for here. Actually getting rain and colder temps is not. But it's like, you know, we've been getting snow here. Odd times. When I did Cloud Peak, like we got there and I was supposed to do Cloud Peak the morning after we got there, which would have been day before we went. And I was watching the radar because we had some hellacious thunderstorms coming in there, and it snowed up on top of the peak. So I was like, well, probably not a good time to go the next morning on that peak. And then so we waited an extra night or an extra day, and even that night it snowed again. But I was like, I gotta just do it. I can't just sit here and not do anything. Because that's another one of those where it's like where you like, there's lots of trails up there, but a little snow isn't too bad, but ice on concrete sucks, of course. Yeah. Well, and Cloud Peak is nothing but boulders, like you're scrambling. So them even being wet is very slippery. Case in point, that's why I have a big gash on my leg. The one boulder that I had to step on that was a little bit wet, and that's the one that I slipped on and cut my leg. So like a little bit of snow on that definitely was a no-go for me. Like if it was a trail like this, no biggie. But I mean, it wasn't until a few weeks ago that you were even able to get to the top without like micro spikes or something like that, because there's a big snow field on the only side you can climb up on, because it's cliffed out all the way around on the other 80% of the mountain. And so the snow just accumulates there. And even when we came through, there were still certain parts of like a snow field that I tried to climb up, but I was just too slippery. I didn't have any traction control. And so I had to go around it and do some class 3 scrambling on the boulders, which isn't a huge deal. You start getting into class 4, and then I started getting a little edgy, mostly because of her, not because of me. She is getting a little bit better at scrambling, like she's getting more confidence in her abilities, which is good. As she's staring at me. Gosh dang, this is freaking steep. And I am sweating. The shade, it feels nice though. Nice cool breeze in the shade. Nice thing about the rain that we got last night, this ground is still a little bit damp, and this section gets like super like loose powdery dirt when it's dry, so that made it easier coming up that. That's the steepest part too. It's like tops out at 63% grade in that last section. Oh man, this right here is about 42, so it looks a lot less steep. So you're like, oh, I can finally cruise again. No, you really can't. It's still steep. But as we get closer to the top, it actually evens out a little bit. I think it drops down to like a 24% probably. As we get closer to the top, just kind of graduates out a little bit. Some hills are vert to fit into the training. You know, there's a lot of people that train for, you know, some, like one of the toughest ultras out there is Hard Rock. 100-miler with lots of vert. You're climbing up and down mountains, and you get people from frickin' Florida that do well, and their training is parking garages. They'll just find like a, you know, 10-level parking garage and just run up and down the ramp in the parking garage to get their vert. Or I think of like Harlan Glick, who I think he lives in Ohio. I think it's Ohio, but not over on the, not on the eastern side where they have a little more hills. So he has like one hill nearby his house, which is maybe, 100 feet high. And he just does repeats on that. He's one of the best ultra runners out there. And that's his training ground, that one hill. Whew. I know when I was in DC, there was I joined one of those, this is right in COVID, but I joined one of those vert challenges where you spent like a week just trying to get as much vert as you can. And so there was a set of stairs that climbed from where I was at up to this road that went on the ridge, but it was 55 feet. And I would just sit there and do repeats on that for hours, up and down. Whew. Well, there's nobody up here. I mean, the trailhead wasn't that busy, but still thought there'd be people up here. Oh, that breeze feels good though. As much as I'm sweating. Such a good idea, yeah. It's not my idea. This is just stuff I know other people do. Oh, that breeze feels so good. I usually hate the wind, and even though this is maybe a 10-15 mile an hour breeze, so it's not like super windy, but man, it feels good. I kind of want to go back there. I wonder if I could find a good campsite out there where I could just run some of the trails back there. Although it's hot and... Oh, she found some water in the rock. Good job, sweet girl. Yeah. I did bring your water dish with some water just in case you needed it. She's like, nope, I found my own. I'm good. Oh. I still need to do that mountain right there too. Supposedly you can get to the top of it. I have no idea how. There's no trail on any trail map anywhere. There's no road. There's a road that goes kind of on this side of it down here on the base of it, and I'm guessing people just go off trail, but I've heard from a couple different runners now that that's like one of their favorite mountains that nearby to go run. So I don't know. Do I really want to go to the Bob Marshall this week? Like, I kind of wanted to go like at least by on Monday and spend a couple days, like go or Sunday night maybe, and then get a run in on Monday morning, get a run in on Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and then that way I'll be closer to Great Falls. Easy to drop her off. And then I could just stick around here and maybe... I hate sleeping. I hate stealth camping though. That's the problem. I hate stealth camping. Okay, so I always have to give this warning. I am going to drop down on the backside of this mountain for about half a mile. We got to go over down there. And then we're gonna, once I get down there, I will have good signal. Between here and there, I get signal just a couple times because all the cell towers are down on the city. So, not heard of stealth camping? Stealth camping is where you're basically just parked on a street or somewhere in a city, stealthy like, so people don't know that you're actually sleeping in your vehicle, because a lot of cities discourage that. That's why we call it stealth camping. I kind of want to do Casey Peak again too. Is stealth camping worth it to stay here for another, you know, all week to knock out some of these mountains? You have lots of those. I had to see them on runs. Yeah, it just depends on where you're at. There's a lot of states that are actually passing laws now. Idaho just passed a law. Oh yeah, bear with me. I'm gonna try and go down this as fast as I can, but with my injured leg, we'll see how fast that is. But like I said, signal's gonna go in and out, so bear with me until we get half a mile down the road. At this rate, it'll be 5 minutes probably. Maybe even longer than that, actually, the way I feel it in a weird spot. That's not even where my cut is. I can feel my leg. Well, this part is so super steep that I have to go slower anyways. Oh jeez, I might have started doing this too early. I should have let my leg heal a little bit more. Morning. So if yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll figure it out, I guess. I'll decide. If I'm going to the Bob Marshall, then as long as I'm out of here by noon, I'm good. The other thing that sucks about, like, here in Helena, it's okay, because, like, during the day, I can just go and sit at the park. There's quite a few. And during the day, we just sit in the park and hang out. But it failed in the house. Well, yeah, and I don't get that. It's like, how about, and I will never, how do I want to say this? I don't like getting into politics parties. I will say that. But I don't have like any ill whatever for anybody. Good morning.
Lisa?
Yeah. She is, yeah. Oh, jeez. Wow, these are all those people that showed up, I think, at the time. Oh, leggy's hurting. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, that's all the people that showed up when we were getting ready. All of a sudden, all of them just showed up right when we were getting ready to leave. It was weird, like, timing wise. But anyways, like, I'll never, like, you're allowed to have your own views. Now, do I necessarily agree with them? No. But you're allowed to have your views. It's the way I feel about life. But our two-party political system is horrible. Like, both sides are corrupt. Everybody. Just corrupt. But it's like, like gun rights person. Now, do I think people need to have a lot of the guns that they have? No. But that's their choice. If they want to have it, that's fine. You know? Some people have fun just going out and target practicing. I do. Like, I really want a 338 Lapua. It's going to be fun to, you know, shoot targets with. And if I ever do draw a moose tag, it'd be perfect weapon, perfect rifle for that. But these people that, instead of addressing the root cause of the problem, just try and outlaw everything. It's like, how about we fix the problem, not, you know, try and just restrict everybody. Because that's the thing, and maybe this is because I was in the military for so long, but in the military it's like, no, address the one problem, you fool. Like, or my favorite, one person goes out and gets, so like homelessness, you know, you address the, of course, depending on where you're at, freaking housing prices. Like, if you have like a kick-ass job or 3 jobs, you can't afford to live anywhere, no matter where you're at. But the other thing is mental health. You know, they self-medicate with drugs or whatever it happens to be, and so it's just a downward spiral, and then eventually they're homeless. You know, it's like, how about we address the problem, not just, we're gonna make it all outlaw. Studios are $1,000 a month. That actually doesn't seem too bad, really, compared to a lot of places that I've lived. My studio that I had in DC was $2,300 a month, and it was nothing fancy at all. I don't know what a studio here would be, probably right around that same price, I'll bet you. Probably about $1,000 here in Helena, but you get to like Bozeman, a studio there is probably $1,800. Okay, so the downhill is what hurts the most running. I can feel it a little bit on the flats. Left extremist communists or something, you know. It's like, they're not all that way. Like, what the heck? And that's why I hate our 2-party system. But that's quite often a Montana thing too. It's funny because people talk about Montana being a red state. You hear it all the time. Oh, Montana's a red state. Actually, it's a purple state. Now, I will say that right now, they have, everybody like is very Republican heavy as far as our elected officials go. But before this last cycle, like, it was Democrat heavy. Like, we had a Democrat governor, we had a Democrat senator. Well, because we usually go 50-50 split. We usually have one Republican and one Democrat for senators, and then our representative, because we only have one, usually is Republican for whatever reason. I don't even know why. But like, we're always like splitting. It's never, you know, it's very, we vote for what is, I always say we vote for the best candidate, but that's not really the case. We vote for the lesser of the evils. That's the other thing that just drives me crazy about this whole 2-party system and how corrupt they are and everything. It's like, we never get a good, like, just say like a presidential candidate, even at our state level, just for like governor or senate or whatever, you never get just a good candidate to vote for. It's like, it's who they choose, which is usually not the best person. And by who they choose, I mean the, how do you want to say it? Like the establishments or whatever you want to call it. It's who they choose. It's like, that's not who anybody wants. Like, why are you pushing that on us? And I think about that with like Kamala Harris. It's like, it's not who anybody wanted. That's the reason why the Democrats lost the vote, because even they didn't want to vote for that. Well, it's people like me, the independents, definitely didn't want to vote for her. That's for sure. Or if he would have given to somebody else, probably would have voted. Hey. Oh. This downhill's going really slow. Just as excited as her, I guess.
Come here.
Sorry, not you. She's like, you said come here, so. Okay, come on, girl. Oh, man. This downhill isn't too bad because it's not super steep. And it's not rocky. It's a little softer, which is nice for the leggy. But that's enough politics. We don't need to talk politics anymore. That's my rant. I just think this isn't political, but I will say that I noticed something yesterday, and it's like, this just goes like, what is wrong with our society nowadays? Everybody, it's all about them. There's nobody cares about anybody else. And we used to. Why can we not care about each other? To help? It's just the way it was. I mean, it looks way better. Because like when it first happened, like I said, it was like 3/8 inch wide, 1/2 inch deep, just gouge. Now it's like spread open more, but now it's really shallow because it's spread out more. More people, but the old Chevy Trail. Got it. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, that's not an old Chevy. Like an old Chevy, but it is. I mean, that's what, 50 years old? But it's like, I think of an old Chevy like, you know, something from like the 30s or something, you know? Or what's the real famous, was it like a 50 something Chevy, you know? What it should be. Okay, this way. Yeah, we're doing Nessa's route. Whew, it's funny, even on Strava now. This, like, you could look up Strava routes, and this little loop is called Nessa's route, and people have been doing it. Like, they look for a good, like, 4-mile route or whatever. I really wanted to do Mount Ascension, my 10-mile loop over there, but I figured I needed to try and take it easy. a little bit on my leg, not just, you know, very first run out of the gate, do 10 miles with like 20, what is that, like 2,500 feet of vert. I forgot when that, I should look that up today. There's a race that they do up here. It's like a 5K, I want to say. What are you doing? Oh, what my dog's doing. There we go. She's like, she was trying to push me off the trail. Why are you stopping? Keep going. This is the part I can run. Yeah. I guess she just wants to hang out on my left leg, and which I guess makes sense. This is Nessa's route, and I have a tattoo of Nessa's paw right there on my left knee because that's where she would run all the time. She was just right there. So maybe Nari understands that, and so she's like, we're doing Nessa's route. I gotta run right where Nessa used to run. My favorite section in this route is this uphill right in here. Like I said, it's not like super steep. We're at what? Yeah, it's only 8% grade right now, and it has some technical parts, but it's not like super techy. Like right here, super rocky and technical, but it opens up into a nice little buttery trail. Oh my dog's doing. Ooh, this part here's a little steeper. Oh yeah. That's at 12%. Feels steeper than that. Okay, now we have a little, it's not really downhill, but it's kind of a flat roller, I guess, for a little bit. Do we climb again? I think we have, what, 2 climbs? Yeah, I think we have 2 climbs left. We got this ridge here we have to get up over, and then we have another ridge. This one here is not bad at all. The second one, I think, is right towards the top, has a little bit steeper, but still not bad at all. This right here, it says we're doing a 2%. I thought it was flat, so they're going up 2%. Feels flat after that 12%. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. Good. people out on the trails. I'm not used to that because I usually don't come here when it's busy, and it wasn't busy here until right when we went to leave. Like I said, there were like freaking 10 cars that pulled in. Oh yeah, she's a female dog. Yep. Looks like a fun route to run. It is. Yeah, this was, yeah, Nessa was my first Vizsla. She passed away, what, about 2.5 years ago now. She was my training partner. She passed away like unexpectedly. It was like a week before her 5th birthday that she ended up passing away. And they never did figure out what was wrong with her because she just got sick. And then within a week, well, it was a little over a week. It was what, 9 days later, she had passed away after being an emergency vet for two bouts and all that kind of stuff. Tons of tests being run on her, and they just never could figure out what was wrong with her. But this was her favorite route. We would come up here and I would just let her choose. Sometimes, like the route she wanted to do, like if I let her choose, this is the route she would always do. I got a spider on me. Get off me. I don't know where the spider came from, but he doesn't need a hitch a ride. Okay, so we got one more. That was that first ridge, and now we got one more ridge to climb up over, and then it's downhill the rest of the way. And her side up on top, there's the closest tree right below the top cliff is where her ashes are. And I had a frickin' her collar and her leash were on the tree, and I had like a little thing even on the tag with her picture, you know, with her dates on it and everything, like a little memorial little tag on her collar, and it had an air tag as well in there. So every time I ran by, my phone would, you know, pick up that, you know, Nessa's located at whatever, you know, whatever place. But at some point after, let's see, the last time I visited, like actually went down to where her tree is and her collar and everything, was like last November. Sometime between last November and like when were we up here? Probably like March time frame. Somebody got rid of it, like took it off the tree. It's like, who would do that? Like, it wasn't hurting anything like that. And I guarantee it was some punk ass kid, because you get the teenagers come up here at nighttime and smoke weed and drink and whatever else. There we go. Gotta wait for my dog to catch up. And I'll bet you one of them grabbed it and took it or did something with it. It's like, why would you do that? She loved coming up here. Yeah, definitely WTF. I think the reason why she loved coming up here so much is because usually when we were running up here, it was nicer weather, you know, in the summertime. And you get a lot of kids that'll come up. And it always seemed like there'd be like kids groups when we get to the top. Because there is like a organization here. It's kind of like Girls on the Run, but smells just overpowering. Yeah, I agree. It's an organization kind of like Girls on the Run, but they're open to everybody, and then they do also biking and hiking and stuff like that too. So they come up here with a lot of kids groups throughout the year up to the top, and it always seemed like there'd be like a group of like 12 kids in the morning up there, and they'd all be, they just hike to the top, so they're all have their little snack packs and everything, and Nessa would just go around trying to be like, oh, you're my best friend, can I have some of that? And she just loved little kids in general anyways, but yeah, so she just loved going to the top and meeting all the people, and it didn't matter who it was, she loved it. Kind of like this little butthead. She's the same way. She did that at Kings Peak last week. We got to the top and there was like a lot, like, I was so confused, like, because we were there middle of the week, and like on a Tuesday or Thursday or something. Hey there, buddy. And we were there, and like, you could see the ridge line from a long ways out, and there was like tons of people going up this ridge, and I was like, what the heck? Like, this isn't even on a weekend. What the heck is going on? And they see what my dog is doing. What are you doing? I don't want to go that way. Yeah, we gotta go this way. We're doing Nessa's route. Oh, sorry. We're gonna go this way. Yeah. Say hi. Well, don't trip me. Gosh dang, she's like banging into my bad leg, trying to trip me. But we got to the top, and there was like 30 kids. And we even passed like a group of like 6, 7 kids, something like that. And there it was like youth groups that were out there. I think it was probably, I don't know this, but I would guess and say it was probably like youth groups with the Mormon church. But like the one area where they do like the base camp for most of these people, I gotta plug my phone in before it dies. Like it was just full of freaking like camping equipment and everything. Like I was like amazed when we went by. I was like, gosh dang, there's so many freaking people out here in the middle of the week. Like this makes zero sense, because it's remote. This isn't like close to any city of any sort. It is remote out there. And yeah, I got to the top and it was all these youth groups, and so of course they're all sitting up there eating their lunches and snacks and everything, and Nari was going around like, oh, hello there. Have I mentioned that you're my best friend? We just met. Well, that doesn't matter. How can I have some of that? I felt sorry when we were coming out of there, like coming down, and there was still a lot of people that were still going up, and we were coming down, and there was we got hit by a huge thunderstorm. So good morning. Come on, Nari. Nari, come on. Come on. There you go, sweet girl. She was feeling a little overwhelmed right there. So she was just sitting there until the dogs left her, and then she took off. But when we were coming down out of there, like huge thunderstorm. So we were racing the thunderstorm to get down into the tree line. And I'm like, There's people that are sitting on top of that freaking mountain right now. Like, do they not know that you do not want to be up there? But where the base camp was, to the top of there, was probably, what, maybe 3-4 miles at the top. So, I mean, it'd still be 8 miles round trip. But, I mean, for us, because we started at the trailhead, it was 28 miles round trip. So, a lot shorter for them. But like where their base camp was, that's where tree line was. Like until you get to their, like for them, until they get to where their base camp is, they're exposed out in thunder and lightning. So it's like, oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, and I even said that to a couple of the group leaders, because they were split into like, I don't know, 3 or 4 groups, and each group had like 1 or 2 group leaders with them. And I even said that, I was like, you know, mentioned how it was awesome to see so many youths out here, because they were anywhere from like probably 8 years old, maybe a few that were younger than that, a little bit younger, but I would say probably like 8 years old, you know, 13, 14, somewhere around there. It was about the age group. And there's, like I said, there's probably 30 kids out there between all of them. And I even mentioned that, when was it? The other day on Cloud Peak, when we were going up, there was a family with 3 little kids, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. Good morning. Wow, so many people out here with doggos. But you know, mentioned to them, because they're a ways out there. Good morning. See, found a puppy now, so she's super excited. Found somebody. Okay, Nari, come on. Nari, come on. Let the doggo go. Come on. Nari, come here. Nari, hey, Nari. Let the doggo go back. Thank you. Oh, she should go back up again. Nari. Oh, jeez. Okay, obviously the lady doesn't. Nari, come on. Leave the doggo alone. The dog keeps, pupper keeps going back that direction, and then Nari changes and goes and chases it. So then the dog chases back this direction again. It's like, just let the dog go back to his owner. Nari, come here. Come here. There's too many people out here, and I can't tell if the dog Nazi's here, so you got to be on leash. Yeah. Okay, hold on. No, will you just stand still for a second? Yeah, now you're all out of breath. And you're all wrapped up in the leash now. Okay, let's go. Hold on. God dang you. Now my camera's all messed up because you decided to yank on the freaking. Oh, only you can choke yourself out on a harness that is designed to not choke on. Freaking weirdo. Because she pulls so freaking hard. And she doesn't pull all the time. It's just every now and then she just decides that I'm going to pull. I don't know where you're trying to go to. Just stay on the trail. Why do you keep trying to go over there? Stay on the trail. No, on the trail. Come on. You can see the trail. He's trying to pull me off to the side for no reason. you go. Was that difficult? I don't think so. Oh, something's... I don't have anything sharp in my pack, but all of a sudden... There we go. They have those, so they'll look for dogs on... Not on leashes. Nah, so... This is a city park. And so they have these signs that are about 100 yards from the trailhead. And so from that sign to the trailhead, you have to have your dog on a leash. But because it's a city park, the city police, their little dog, whatever person, all their animal control, I guess, will sit here at the trailhead looking for people that don't have their dogs on a leash, and then write them citations, which are like 55, 60 bucks, something like that. Okay, let me get some more water since you just drank it all. I watched the person, because they always go after, this is what just makes me more angry about it. It's always he goes after the, no, it's a weed of some sort. It's poking me. What is that? Oh. It was a pine needle that somehow got in my back. It was poking me. I was like, I don't have anything sharp in my pack. What the heck? But anyways, I watched this dog Nazi. I call him the dog Nazi because that's how it never goes after the ones that are misbehaving by any means. It's always the ones that are very well behaved. But I saw this guy at the city park, or the Centennial Park. There was a lady that was playing like with a frisbee and her dog. Well-behaved dog, very good discipline, good recall, voice commands, all that kind of stuff. I watched this guy in his truck jump the curb, go over the paved trail with the lights on the vehicle, and drive out there into the field to yell at this lady because her dog wasn't on a leash. And when he did that, he almost took out a little kid that was running on the trail with their parents on the little asphalt path. It's like this guy flipped his lights on, jumped the curb, almost took out a little girl just to yell at a lady that had one of the most well-behaved dogs in the world, just out there playing frisbee. But yet down here, this house, right, which one is it? This one right there. That lady has a dog, which is the one that tried to attack her when we were out on a trail, that she just there's no fenced yard, and just lets the dog roam. The dog comes up here and harasses everybody at the trailhead. That dog never gets in trouble. I even took video of that dog doing what it was doing and sent it to them, and they didn't do anything about it. Because they couldn't confirm that that was the house that the owner of that dog. And it's like, you just watched on my video the dog go into the back of the house. Like, what do you mean? And it's not just this trailhead. That person goes to all the trailheads for the city parks and does that. Yeah. Okay, well, we got to figure out what we're going to do. So I think we are going to go up to the Bob Marshall. My leg feels good, so I think we're going to try and do it. It is oozing a bit, not too bad though. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So I will be in the back country, so I won't be able to video my runs, live stream my runs, but I will go live, at least doing like a get ready with me or just hanging out, something. Who knows? We'll figure it out, but we'll do something. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I gotta run one errand. I gotta change a light bulb really fast, but yeah, we'll see you guys at some point. Maybe I might just live stream the drive up there too. We'll see. In fact, I probably will. I think I will. It won't be anything fancy. It'll be just us in the cab probably, but I will probably. But it's gonna be it. Bye everyone, and I will see you guys possibly in the next hour or so. Bye everyone.